There's a reason why forest rangers in India say this: a tiger fears no animal on land, but the river is not land. Because for decades, tigers have been disappearing near certain rivers. No roars, no struggle, no tracks, only silence, and sometimes a floating strip of fur. What really happens when the jungle's apex predator steps too close to the water? Today, we're not talking about myths. We're talking about real, documented cases. The kills rangers found, the carcasses marked with crocodile teeth, the survivors that crawled out of the river torn apart, and the ancient ambush points where crocodiles have waited for years, sometimes an entire decade without moving more than a few meters. This is the story of the places where tigers simply vanish, and the predators that never leave. For 40 years, wildlife departments across India and Nepal have logged dozens of cases labeled simply as tiger missing, last known location, water edge. Sometimes ranger teams found drag marks on the mud. Sometimes they found nothing at all. But in several cases, when the water receded weeks later, crocodiles scored tiger bones washed up on the sandbanks. Tigers are remarkable swimmers, but underwater, they're practically blind. Their vision is built for forests, low light, moving prey, long distances. But most Asian rivers are muddy, opaque, or full of silt. Once the tiger steps in deeper water, its biggest strength, ambush vision, stops working. Meanwhile, the crocodile doesn't even need sight. It uses low-frequency vibration detection through its jaw sensors, allowing it to track the tiger's exact movement, even in complete darkness. It's not a fair fight. It's not even a fight. It's physics. There are rivers tigers almost never cross. Wildlife GPS collars show that big cats avoid certain stretches of water for years, even when prey density is high. The reason? Those rivers are heavily populated with crocodiles, especially during the dry season, when water holes shrink and both predators and prey are forced into tight spaces. One of the most shocking truths about crocodiles is this: they remember the best ambush spot. They remember the depth, the slope, the underwater ledges, and most importantly, they remember the exact crossing routes tigers use. Some crocodiles stay in the same ambush zone for 10 years, literally a decade, hidden under the same fallen log or mud bank, waiting for anything. When a predator lives 70 to 100 years, patience becomes a weapon. If tigers understand the risk, why approach the water at all? Because in many reserves, they have no choice. The river is the only path between hunting areas, the only reliable place to drink during intense heat, and the only spot where prey gathers when the forest dries out. Tigers follow those movements, even when it pushes them into dangerous territory. Most documented tiger losses occur under the same conditions: extreme heat, limited water, prey crowded near the river, or young males crossing unfamiliar land. They approach because they must, and the crocodile simply waits for that moment. Many tiger deaths caused by crocodiles leave unmistakable forensic signs. Officers have found crushed bones, deep punctures, and limbs torn away in ways no tiger could inflict on another. Some ranger stations have even collected partial skulls showing clear compression from a crocodile's bite. These details aren't speculation. They're physical evidence of a reptile ambush. Some viewers might assume a crocodile wouldn't target a tiger because the cat is too big. But that idea collapses the moment you look at what crocodiles actually kill. These reptiles regularly take down buffalo, wild boar, sambar deer, bison, and even nilgai animals that weigh as much as, or far more than, an adult tiger. Dragging a tiger into the water isn't an extraordinary feat for a crocodile. It's simply another application of raw physics and perfected ambush strategy. In fact, from the crocodile's perspective, a tiger isn't an unusually difficult target. It's just a less common opportunity. Crocodile-tiger encounters peak during one specific time of year, the dry season. As rivers shrink and the land heats up, prey animals gather around remaining water sources. Tigers are forced to visit these same spots more frequently, often during hotter hours when visibility is poor. Crocodiles move into the warm, shallow edges where they can strike with maximum efficiency. One of the biggest reasons these attacks succeed is something almost no one considers. Tigers rely heavily on smell when approaching danger, but water doesn't carry crocodile scent the way land carries the scent of a leopard or another tiger. A crocodile leaves no smell signature at all. The tiger sniffs, finds nothing, and assumes the area is safe. It's not. It's simply undetectable danger, a trap the tiger cannot biologically prepare for. The frightening thing is that even in the final seconds before a strike, the tiger still hasn't seen the crocodile. Only a tiny part of the crocodile's eyes breaks the surface, and in muddy rivers, that hint disappears behind plants, reflections, and the shadows under the bank. Young, newly independent tigers appear most often in ranger reports, and it isn't a coincidence. They wander into unfamiliar territory, misjudge water depth, take risks adults avoid, and approach water holes at the worst possible times. Crocodiles, on the other hand, know these crossings by memory. So while a young tiger thinks it's exploring, the crocodile has been waiting there for years. When a tiger dies near the river, the impact spreads far beyond the shoreline. The absence of such a dominant predator immediately shifts the balance of the forest. Wild boar numbers rise, herbivores begin raiding crops more frequently, and new tigers from surrounding regions move in to claim the now vacant territory. As prey animals adjust to the sudden power change, their movement patterns alter as well, affecting hunting routes, vegetation pressure, and even human settlements nearby. One death reshapes the ecosystem. It's not just a kill, it's a chain reaction. Crocodiles can live more than 70 years and defend the same section of river for decades. This makes them one of the few predators that inherit kills over time, meaning a crocodile that has taken down a tiger before will return to the same spot every dry season, sometimes even in the same week of the year. It's not superstition, it's precision, it's survival through routine. Wildlife veterinarians have treated tigers with injuries so severe that they reveal exactly what kind of predator they escaped from. Some arrive with entire muscle layers torn open, deep fractures in the pelvis, crushed tails, or bite wounds that stretch nearly half a meter across. These aren't the kinds of injuries that come from territorial fights with other tigers. Only a crocodile is capable of damage on this scale. Across India and Nepal, rangers pay special attention to certain water holes that have earned a dangerous reputation over the years. These are the spots where tiger disappearances have happened more than once, where crocodiles gather in unusually high numbers, where the water stays murky and the escape paths are narrow or slippery enough to trap even a cautious animal. Some of these water holes haven't seen a tiger approach in a very long time. The jungle seems to remember what happened there, even if each new tiger doesn't. One of the most fascinating findings, crocodiles adjust their ambush strategy after an unsuccessful attack. Rangers have witnessed crocodiles moving several meters downstream, changing angles, or wading deeper underwater after a failed strike. Failure for them is just data. On land, crocodiles avoid adult tigers. In water, tigers avoid crocodiles. This mutual avoidance creates an invisible border in the jungle, a border made not of scent or territory, but of fear. In the forest, strength belongs to the tiger, but at the water's edge, power is irrelevant. The real weapon is patience, a skill crocodiles have perfected over millions of years. A tiger may rule the jungle, but the river serves a different king.